A few weeks ago, a large crate was dropped off at the orangutan nursery. It's a sign someone will soon be on the move to a new home. And that someone is Sylvester.
Sylvester's got a home at Basel Zoo and is lucky enough he's going to have 2 ladies all to himself, so it's time. He's now beyond adolescence and starting to fill out to become a fully mature male. It's time for him to leave the nursery and it's time to move on and graduate. This is always a difficult part for us, but it's important that he goes off. We're not going to be able to provide him an adult group of his own, so it's time for him to graduate.
Sylvester is a Sumatran orangutan, which means he can't join the adult females at the park who are all Bornean. He's fast approaching adulthood and testosterone is kicking in. Alison has spent more than a year trying to find him a suitable home with other Sumatran orangs. She was delighted when Basel Zoo in Switzerland agreed he could join their young adult female Maya and her 4-year-old daughter Padma.
OK, you can rattle the slide, Jeremy. Oh.
To prepare Sylvester for his journey, the primate care team have been busy crate training.
Good boy, Sylvester. Good boy. Well done.
Over the weeks, they've gradually increased the time he's kept in the crate, with the slide shut behind him.
Good boy, Sylvester.
It's all aimed at keeping Sylvester as stress-free as possible when the time comes for him to finally leave.
What we try and do is make this the fun place, make it as happy as possible for them. No stresses, no worries about going in and out of it, and then hopefully it makes the journey that much more comfortable when it does come to them going. I mean, some of these journeys sometimes can be a very, very long time as well, so obviously getting them used to that crate, also giving them enrichment and things like that in there as well, things to do as well, really helps it be a more positive place to be.
Sylvester arrived 12 years ago as a tiny, orphaned infant. As he's grown up, he's seen others come and go, and he too will be leaving behind some great friendships, particularly Bulu Mata. But even that relationship has changed in recent months.
He's getting to that point now where he can get a little bit too rough with Bulu, and they're all realising it. I think Bulu's got his guard up a tiny bit with him sometimes, but also still spending a fair bit of nice time with him. But it certainly is a good indication that it's time for Sylvester to leave the group and join some adult females and become the big man that he's due to be one day.
A time scale has yet to be decided for Sylvester's departure. There's still lots of paperwork and logistics to sort out. But when the day arrives, it will be a poignant moment for everyone.
It certainly will be a sad, emotional day when Sylvester goes, for all of us keepers and probably for the orangutans as well. I mean, they've been living with him for a very long time now, but it's about the greater good of the future, and Sylvester will be a lot happier with people his own age, and certainly some girls around him.
At the Parks Hospital, the vet team are preparing for a very important health check.
If you clip him and then put a line in, and I'll do the TB test and get some bloods, and we need to check his microchip.
Yeah. We're having Sylvester into the hospital for a basic health check, blood panel, chest x-rays, all of those things, because this is the first step in preparing Sylvester for his graduation from our orangutan nursery.
The health checks are very important and must be carried out in full before Sylvester is allowed to travel to Switzerland.
Moving him to Basel Zoo has various obligations in terms of doing health checks. They want to ensure that all of their animals remain healthy, and so whenever an individual is moved to a new place, it's often that they have full health check.
James from the primate care team has already given him an anaesthetic by hand injection. The 35-kilogram young adult is moved quickly from his house to the hospital, while being constantly monitored.
Great, thanks, guys.
Once Sylvester is stable and intubated, vet Nick Masters can start the health check.
Sabby, we're going to take a lot of blood, aren't we? Because they want serum and EDTA, and you've got everything ready, OK?
With the lights dimmed, next Nick performs an ultrasound to examine Sylvester's vital organs and look for any abnormalities.
So all of this tissue here is liver, and this sort of bright white line is diaphragm, and you can see heart beating beyond it. It's quite a nice image. It looks very normal.
All good, all clear?
Yeah, it looks all completely normal to me.
Yay.
We'll move on to the TB test now.
Next, Nick checks his mouth and teeth.
Upper incisors are all there, aren't they? Nothing even chipped. Those are the same. Yeah, it looks absolutely excellent.
After the examination, it's time for X-rays. Orangutans have large, complex air sacs that extend from the throat sac under their armpits and around the back. And Basel Zoo want clear images of Sylvester's lungs.
We've got a chair set up that we will put him into and get his arms positioned upright so that we can get the chest X-ray that they want.
It means the young orangutan needs to be in an upright position.
Yeah. If somebody holds the tube for me.
Which isn't easy.
OK, so we need to tape him on, right?
Once Sylvester is in position and secure, the X-ray is taken.
Yeah, that's very good. OK, excellent.
Sylvester is quickly released from the awkward position, and the health check is complete. He can now be returned to his bedroom at the Orang nursery and brought round from the anaesthetic.
He looks physically in really good shape. We had an opportunity to look really closely at his teeth, so we know his dental and his oral health looks excellent. We scanned his liver, and his liver looks completely normal. And the other thing, of course, we did was the X-ray. Again, they look really good, so.
As Sylvester begins to come round, he's unaware that he's one step closer to a new life as head of his own group. Winter has arrived at the park, and the change in the season always brings challenges for the primate care teams. At the orangutan nursery, James has come up with a traditional winter treat for the group.
This morning we're using quite a few wintry native fruits, if you like. So we've got some nice hot cooked chestnuts here, which the guys are going to probably absolutely love. And then we've got a few medlars, which are quite squishy. I imagine they're going to be quite sweet, so they've never had those before, so we'll see whether they like those. Just putting a few in some socks and things as well, just to make it a bit more difficult for them. And then we've also got a couple of raw chestnuts as well, just to see what they do with the spikiness of them. It'll be quite interesting to see if they actually get into that or whether they just don't like it at all and just throw it away sort of thing. But I'm sure they'll love these hot chestnuts. They're going to be great, and it's quite nice on a very cold winter's day today.
There are still 5 orangutans in the nursery group. 12-year-old Sylvester should have been on his way to Basel Zoo in Switzerland by now to head up his own group. But paperwork problems have delayed his departure. Preparations, however, continue. Following a thorough health check, he's been given the all clear to travel, and crate training for the journey has been going well. Sylvester's now very relaxed going in and out of the large transport box.
Okay. Meet Sylvester.
Hello.
And he's had a visit from one of the keepers from Basel Zoo, who'll be looking after him there. Gabriella has been spending time getting to know the young male orangutan.
Oj, vilket fina boet.
It means he'll have a familiar face when he does eventually make the move.
We make a friendship, huh? So is fijn.
And it could be happening very soon, possibly within the next week.
It's all been very up and down with him, but this will probably be his last week, sadly, for us in the nursery. So we're going to try and make the most of it, give him a really, really good time, make him enjoy himself. But also on the plus side of things, it'll be a great day for him once he's there. So really looking forward to it, and just fingers crossed that everything will go the way it's supposed to go, and we'll be taking him on that journey very soon.
An indoor seasonal treat for the nursery group is the perfect way for them to come together and have some fun. for what may be one of their final days together. Rika is out first and immediately starts hoovering up the feast. Oshine, as always, is more sedate. She settles down with a ripe medlar fruit, full of vitamins and loaded with fibre. Rika opts for the hot chestnuts. With clever use of her teeth, she peels off the hard outer skin to reach the warm fruit inside. The youngest in the group, 7-year-old Mimi, pesters Sylvester for some of his food. Perhaps she's hoping he'll do the hard work and peel the skin for her. Bulu Mata examines one of the chestnuts left in its prickly outer shell. He's handling it carefully, but it hasn't pricked his attention. Of all the orangutans in the nursery, Bulu will probably miss Sylvester the most when he leaves. They've become good friends and play together. But Bulu is a very different character to his more mature pal.
Bulu just makes me laugh all the time. He's so hyperactive. He's always trying to get people's attention, be it the keepers or the orangutans or even just the public when they're in looking at him through the enclosure. And he just looks very funny. So he's had a whale of a time this morning. He's been throwing all of the food about, probably playing with a lot more than actually eating it, to be honest. But he's got a world of activity inside his brain going on. He's very, very hyperactive, so he's had a very good morning.
The wintry smorgasbord of different fruits has proved a hit with everyone. Although the prickly chestnuts may be left till the end.
One of the most noticeable things I thought about this morning is how actually slow they were to eat it all. They didn't rush in because it was something new and they didn't have very often, so they were a little bit more wary, tasting it, smelling it, and they've just all taken quite a long time over it, really. It's been like almost a very posh banquet, if you like, for the orangutans. So yeah, it's been a really good morning. They've all enjoyed themselves and they're all still eating lots of it now, so it's been good.
The big day has finally arrived. After months of planning and meetings and mountains of paperwork, orangutan Sylvester is about to leave for a new life at Basel Zoo in Switzerland.
I'm feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit excited as well at the same time, but obviously we've got a lot to deal with before we get him there, but it'll be so great when we actually see him over in Switzerland in Basel, hopefully having some kind of contact with his new partner that he'll be living with, so hopefully that will go well as well, but obviously there's a lot of steps before we get to that stage, so let's hope everything goes well.
Sylvester arrived at the park in 2010 when he was just shy of his first birthday. He was born at Santillana Zoo in Spain, but was rejected by his mum and hand-reared by the keepers there.
Hello, Jeremy.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Hello. Are you right? What are you doing? I like your haircut.
Jeremy went to Spain to collect Sylvester and bring him back to Monkey World, so he could grow up with others of his own kind.
Is this an aerial attack? Yes, it is. I thought it was.
Sylvester never looked back.
Sylvester came to us just as a tiny little baby. I mean, I just still remember the images of Jeremy on board that ferry trying to keep Sylvester under control as an infant.
There. Just leave that on now, OK? That is a very bad idea. That is a terrible idea.
And now, you know, he's a big guy and it's time to move on and graduate. This is always a difficult part for us, but it's important that he goes off. We're not going to be able to provide him an adult group of his own.
After being adopted by surrogate mum Oshine, Sylvester turned out to be an excellent role model for other youngsters in the nursery, endearing him to staff and visitors alike.
Notoriously, since he joined us here at Monkey World, he's been a lovely, friendly, very patient male orangutan. All of the other orangutans that ever meet him usually absolutely fall in love with him, and all of the keepers as well. I like, to be honest, anyone that does meet him. So in my mind, I think Sylvester's going to get on like a house on fire when he's over there, so fingers crossed it'll all go well.
With so much to do, it's an early morning start for the team on one of the coldest days of the year so far. First task of the morning is to let Sylvester out separately as part of the morning release. Next, the orangutan team need to encourage him into his travel crate, something they've been training him for some time. However, today the door will stay firmly shut until he reaches his destination. Unfortunately, the driver of the lorry which will transport the crate is running late.
Hi, Nikki. Yeah, if you can still give us the call when the driver actually arrives, and that'll be the point that we'll start the process, if that's cool.
It's a bitterly cold morning, and the team don't want Sylvester sitting in the travel crate for too long. But all they can do is wait. In the meantime, it's life as normal for the other orangutan groups. The truck finally arrives an hour behind schedule, and the team spring into action. Everyone is kept back while James and Rachel persuade Sylvester into the crate.
Ready?
Yeah.
Come on, Sylvester.
Hello. Come on, gorgeous. You good boys in here now. Good boy, Sylvester. That's from me.
Good boy, Sylvester.
I
Good
love you,
boy.
It's textbook. The months of training have paid off. Sylvester goes straight in without hesitation.
So that went really well, the start of it. He went in the box as planned perfectly. The only slight problem we had was one of the blankets in the crate went over the slide runner. So we were fiddling around with that for a short while, but he did his job perfectly. He's in the box, good for stage 1, so let's go.
It's going to plan, but Sylvester's crate still needs to be loaded onto the truck for the journey to Portsmouth and subsequent ferry crossing to France. After that, it's a long road trip to Switzerland. It's going to take around 24 hours before he arrives at his new home. At the orangutan nursery, Sylvester's move to a new home at Basel Zoo in Switzerland is underway, despite an early start, a bitterly cold day, and an hour's delay.
I'll stick that on later. That needs cake. You're not going to be able to stick it on the table in this cold. Cheers to them.
Sylvester has a long journey ahead of him, but he'll have a familiar face to share it with. Primate care member James is going too. They'll be travelling across land and sea to the French-Swiss border, then motoring on to their destination.
Little boy, you got your blanket on? He's a good lad.
The journey will take around 24 hours.
It went really smoothly this morning. We had a few issues with the blanket stuck in the slide, but we managed to get that sorted to get the door down, and now he's all secure. He's got a lovely lot of blankets in there for nesting, and hopefully once he's calmed down inside the van, he should have a good journey. You're all right, buddy. You're all right, Sylvester. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. I know it's scary. You'll be okay.
To make Sylvester as comfortable as possible in his travel crate, the team are putting a secure window at the front so he can see what's going on.
You got it?
But the noise and movement have made Sylvester agitated.
All right, you good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yep, good.
Rachel does her best to keep him calm. He has plenty of blankets to keep him warm, and James will make sure he's hydrated and fed throughout the trip. The large travel crate is loaded onto the back of the truck and secured for the long journey ahead. Despite the earlier delay, the move is back on schedule.
Long journey ahead, crate's done, got in there well. In the lorry, a little bit of stress getting him in there, but all fine now, so hopefully he'll quieten down. And we've got to get on our way now and try and get the journey done as fast as we can for him. So fingers crossed he'll chill out and all be good.
With that, Sylvester leaves Monkey World for a new home in Switzerland. But life for the orangutan team carries on. They have 4 others remaining in the group, probably wondering what's happening.
Orangutans do bounce back from difficult situations. It will be very strange for them to start with because they've known Sylvester a long time, and for Oshine, she's known him for the last 12 years like we have. So it might take a little while to adjust. So having things to keep them distracted, things that they enjoy doing, stuff that they get some kind of joy and fun out of is really useful to help sort of bridge that strange gap between the old life and the new life.
The group have been given food in the indoor playroom, where it's a lot warmer than outside. Having got over the initial disruption, the youngsters are back to normal and having fun. But foster mum Oshine, who helped bring up Sylvester, is a little quiet. She's not normally the most active orangutan, but today she seems to be aware one of her brood has gone. And after 12 years together, life will be different. As the nursery group begin to adjust to life without Sylvester, at Basel Zoo, they're beginning the task of settling him into his new life. Primate care member James kept a small video diary of their arrival.
So he's here. He's just been let into his room by himself for a little bit just to get used to the surroundings and chill out. And we're gonna possibly just let him see the female in a bit just to see what they think of each other. So we'll see how we get on. But it's great, he's here, he's out the box, all good.
Initially, Sylvester is put in a bedroom opposite young adult female Maya and her daughter, 4-year-old Padma.
What do you think, Sel? Is your girlfriend, hopefully? She fancies you.
Then it's decided to let them all in together, with Sylvester making his presence felt. It'll take some time for the three to become comfortable in each other's company. Large primate introductions can be difficult. But it's a good start considering Sylvester is less than 24 hours into his new life as an adult male.